If you've ever struggled playing chords by ear, especially if you are a beginner pianist, this method will definitely help you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a powerful trick which I called the ear training graph trick. Just like I've done in my previous tutorials. So if you haven't watched that tutorial, I'll beg you, please go and watch it before you proceed to this. Very important. So the method I'm going to show you now is one of the easiest methods. It's like very basic method that will help you play your chords by ear. Before I show you this trick, you need to know that in playing by ear, there are 5 stages or more, depends. So the first stage is listening and audiation. This is the stage whereby you listen to music deeply. You don't need to think of anything, like just enjoy the music. The second stage is pitch recognition, which means once you hear any tune or melody, you are able to sound it back. The third stage is pitch or melody recognition and interval. So you are not just getting the melody alone, unlike stage 2. Now this time around, you are able to get them in intervals. Interval was second, third, and so on, like da, da, la, la. So there are different exercises which you can do on the piano or any instrument you feel like that will help you get used to these intervals. The fourth stage is you being able to sing this melody or intervals in solfa note, or you just name them. Some musicians prefer not to sing a solfa note. Fine, it's okay. But as they play along, they can tell you that that is C sharp, they can tell you that that is F sharp, and they can tell you that that is D sharp, depending on the melody. But I would say it's more preferably for you to learn this solfa notation, which I tag like speaking in tongues of musician. You know, so it helps you to pitch different melody at different intervals. And the fifth stage is you having perfect pitch. You would have come across somebody who, once they just play any note on the piano, is able to tell you that is C sharp directly without even seeing the piano. If they play a kind of huge amount of chords, the person will tell you that C sharp, F sharp, A flat, and so on. You'll be wondering how did this person get to this level? This is called perfect pitch. Some people have it naturally, while some people work their way to that level. So these are the 5 stages of ear training you need to know. This is the graph trick overview. How does this trick work? Well, this is the trick I used when I was learning, and I've also tried it with other students, and it's working perfectly. So this is how it works. Every chord you are hearing has a root note. I'm sure you understand root note if you've been following my tutorials. For example, if we play the chord C major, which involves just the triad, the C, E, G. The C is the root note. Take note of that. Then if you play F major, F, A, C. The F is the root note. Then likewise, we play the chord of G major, which is a G, B, and D. The G is the root note. So the root notes are what you need to focus on, because every chord you want to hear except the rootless chord, and that is advanced, that they reposition the root note. But as far as their basic chord, you're able to hear the root note. So the root note dominates the chord, and that is what you need to focus your attention on. So for this tutorial, we'll focus on just chord 1, 4, 5. Which, if we go to the key of C, if you pick the key of C, we'll say it's the chord of C major, it's the chord of F major, and it's the chord of G major. Okay, so the root note is going to be C, F, and G. Okay, so in chord progression, chord 1, 4, 5. So the chord 1, which is C, sound do. Remember what I said, that you should be able to sound each of these root notes in their solfa notation. So it is do. Do is like at the middle of the graph. This is the graph trick now. Is at the middle of the graph. Then fa is at the top, which means it's far from the top of the graph. Then so goes down. So you're gonna be do, fa, so. Now the reason I'm using this is that this creates a distinction between each of these chords. Is not similar. You can also do do, fa, so. So you can use this graph trick also, but one thing is that the fa and so, they are similar to each other, and that is why I would prefer you to memorize the first one, which have intervals, which is the do, fa, so. So imagine, even if you don't know how to play anything and you see somebody just demonstrating this as you're playing, do is at the center, fa is at the top, then so is down. You're able to play and you're able to play along with the song with just using chord 145. But notwithstanding, you must also try to get the second one, because depending on where it finds you, you can even do this. You can even do do, fa, so. You can take it to the high pitch or you can take it to the low pitch. What I do to create a distinction, and everybody has different voice range. So if you prefer, if you're a guy or a male that your voice sound deep, maybe you can memorize the second graph whereby everything goes down, which is the do, fa, so. If your voice is low, then if you are like a tenor singer or soprano singer, female, you can try the other one, which is do, fa, so. Or for pure female or soprano singer, people with high pitch, you can do do, fa, so. Each of this way, as far you can see the graph mentally from your mind, you'll be able to follow any song of this chord progression. The first method is do, fa, so. Don't forget that do, fa, so. Or you can do do, fa, so. So I recommend drawing this on the paper first, especially if you are a virtual learner. We are going to use the key C, right? So that is the key we've discussed it. You can use any key you want, depending on the key the singer is comfortable with. So you can do that. But we're using C for learning's sake. So she's going to sing first, and the first thing I will do is that I will try and visualize the graph in my head and follow with what I've explained earlier. Okay, so we're on the key of C. No. Okay, let's go. Point of chord do, 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 fa, so, do, do. You can see that it matches. Okay, but now if you go to this original song, Stand By Me by Ben E. Kings, it's actually the chord progression. I restricted myself. The chord progression is actually chord 1, chord 1, then back to A minor, A minor also twice, then you go to F, F, then G, and then you're back to 1. But because of the tutorial, for me to demonstrate this graph method that it works, I restricted just using chord 145. So majority of the song you are going to sing, as far as that song is on a major scale, you can use chord 145 for it. Okay, so now that I've gotten the chords, I know it's 1, 1. I know when those chords have to come in. So now you are not going to play together with the person singing with the actual instrument. But make sure you do it mentally first. Maybe you are in a congregation or whatever band you are, just keep following with your mind with the chord progression. You find out that this will allow your ear to open very fast when you are trying to play by ear. Okay, so let's try. This is the key. So let's go. Because 1, see, going. So we are going to do another song which is at the center of it all. So we're going to see the same C key. I'm going to do the same demonstration again. Okay, you can sing. At the center of it all, it's you that I see. It's you that I see. So now the method I use there is that I use the second graph method, which means I pick the far down, then I just pitch the next G a bit away from it. So this is, let me sing it out so that you can hear. Can you sing, please? At the center of it all, do, it's you that I see. So, it's you that I see. Fa. Or if you don't want that, repeat it again. Let me do the other one.
At the center of it all,
Do.
it's you that I see.
So.
It's you that I see.
Fa. Then I go to the piano, sing again. 3, sing.
At the center of it all,
See 1,
it's
do.
you that I see.
You see that it work? Any method you want.
You that I see.
See this one? One more time again. Let me try the other way around. Do. It goes down. So. Goes down a little bit. Let me do the other one again. One more time. Again. Do. The first graph. So. Then we're going fa. Fa. So whichever way you want to do it, it will definitely work. You can either do do your saw down, so then fa, and the second one you can do go to fa, and just a pitch, just increase the pitch or raise the pitch a little bit, so it can also work. You can also do at the center of it all. It's you that I've seen. So it's you that I've seen. So depending on your voice category, so always pick a voice you want to sound this suffer notation with. So what I said earlier is that some of you are not precise sounding the do. Some of you are doing do, we are sounding fa, fa, or you'll be thinking you are sounding do. Make sure you make it absolute that they matches each together. We'll do another song again, which is How Great Is Our God, so that you can see different approaches to this. This is a key. How great.
How great is our God.
That's my point of chord.
Sing with me, how great.
See that? That's another point of chord.
Is our God.
You see that?
And all will see how great.
You see that? Just imagine the graph in your head.
How great.
You see that?
Is our God.
Now let me put the graph. You're going to sing again. I'm going to use the graph method to. I will demonstrate even with my hand. You're going to see. Let's go. Great.
How great.
Do.
Is our God.
Do.
Sing with me.
Fa.
Is our God.
Do.
Oh, we see how.
Fa. You are going to feel it that it's rising. See this one. So. Do. So if I go to the piano, I play the same. 3, 2, 1, 2, sing. How great. You hear that? Do. Fa. See that? Do. Go to 4 again. Fa rises up. Then so. One thing you need to take note is that I'm restricting myself to just 1, 4, 5. The very first mistake beginner make is that their ear is not attuned to 1, 4, 5 first. So instead of that, they are carried away by using chord 6, chord 2. Then at the end of the day, it becomes so large and so lengthy that you don't know which one to play at a time. So the best is to restrict yourself. You have to go back and restrict yourself to 1, 4, 5. Then even from 1, 4, 5, where you have repeated chord 1, you can just substitute with chord 6. For example, great is our God. Watch. Sing with me how great. Don't rush. Is our God.
Oh, we see how
great. Look at the 251. How great is our God. I can also do sing it again. Look at it. Great. See that?
Sing with me how
You see that? So relax.
oh, we see how
See that? So you see that now, that's how easy it is. So from there, you can start bringing in your chord substitution, your passing chord, and all that, and everything is good to go. A very big thank you to my beautiful singer. Thumbs up for you. Oh, wow. All right. I hope you've learned a lot. But this is it. You need to practice. Trust me, no matter how we call it trick or anything, the more you practice, the more you get used to this. So don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section and share with someone who you think might need this video. And bye for now.